When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by when you leave this earth?
I think I wanna be able to bring like a lot of different sounds and a lot of different artists together. I wanna have the samples. I wanna like have an artist make a song and then sample that song for another artist to rap on, have it transition or some shit. Like I wanna be able to have like all of these different points of views like shown, displayed, and given the respect that they deserve.
Oh shit! What's up, y'all? My name is Ron. It's been a minute. This is Around Our Hype, the Art of Creating Yourself platform where artists can just come on, talk about their mindset and how they make the art that they make, and talk their shit. Really, we here with Chazer. But before I let Chazer introduce himself, I'm just gonna apologize for being absent the last 7 or so months. You know, stuff happens, but we here now. That's all that matters. Right. So like I said, here at the Art of Creating Yourself, ain't shit changed but the weather. We like to let the guests introduce themselves and give their full introduction. So I'm going to let you tell us your name, city you're from, and what crafts you're here to share with us today, my man.
All right. Jeff Chazer, a.k.a. Chazer11. Mm-hmm. Producer, mixing and mastering engineer. And I got a new project out called the 11-11-11-11 EP. Mm-hmm. As you can tell, that 11 thing is the brand.
Yep, the numerology.
But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to kind of like put myself out here. This is my first drop officially, so I'm really hyped to get it started.
That's what's up. I know most artists usually don't take like a more traditional path to music, whether it be like, I started when I was young. My mom played music, or like my dad plays an instrument, or like we were in a band growing up, whatever. Most artists don't usually take a traditional path in the sense that, I went to school for this. You know, I do know a couple, but I don't know a lot. I know a lot more artists who didn't go to school for music and are doing music now after they've graduated, like college or wherever they go. But you specifically, you went to school for it, correct?
More or less. So, and it was actually like a long journey to get there too.
Okay,
like my entire like, high school life, college life, everybody, counselors, parents, whoever, concerned parents, whoever it might be, like they was just like, maybe you need this other plan, maybe you need to like start doing that, or maybe you need to start doing this instead of like trying to put your full effort into this. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about, and it's like, I think that it took me like 10 years to graduate college. Right?
I feel that. I ain't gonna stop you right there. But go ahead.
I went the community college route. I went. Then I took a break. Wanted to work full time. Then I wanted to go back. I changed my major like 3 different times before I really bet on myself that this is like something that I'm passionate about. So I ended up starting the Becca program from SFSU. That's SF State, and they got Becca stands for Broadcast and Electronic Communication Arts, right? So what they kind of do is they focus on messaging and how how audiences perceive messaging, whether it's the audio, which I chose to like take all my classes through audio because this is that shit I love. But they also do like TV, they do like movies, they do like any type of messaging that you could get from like social media or any type of broadcast. It kind of like goes on that, and what and how the audience perceives the messages and how we want to create the messages for them to perceive it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, and then so most of my classes were just like mixing and mastering and like kind of how to use a DAW. So I didn't really go to like the music side.
Yeah.
But like a lot of my like mixing. Well, I was doing the mixing and stuff before, even before like all the college stuff. Like I was saying before, it's like it took me a while to kind of really make that step. I was a communications major. I was a psych major. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Yeah. And it took a while to kind of cement it down and really plan it out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you ain't at least change your major 3 times, you ain't doing college right. You know? Like, if you ain't if you ain't been a psych major at any time in your college career, you need to redo college because you ain't doing it right.
You better have some regrets.
Yeah, you know what? You didn't take Psych 120? You didn't have a professor that just fucked your whole career up? Nah, you ain't did it right. Yeah. But we're here in the Bay, right? Or you're probably in the Bay. I'm not in the Bay right now, but
where are you
love
at?
the Bay. I'm in Elk Grove. I'm in Sacramento County.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay, I know. I got some people out there.
Yeah, it's not great out here. I'm not saying anything bad about it technically, but it's the Bay, right?
Yeah,
I love the Bay, and the Bay's just different. Everybody knows that. Like if you lived here, you live there, you just know it's different in the Bay, right? In the good way.
Yeah. So I grew up in South City, South San Francisco, Daly City. I'm kind of like on that, like right next to Serramonte, right where it's like kind of Colma, kind of Daly City, kind of South City.
Yes, sir.
That's right where I'm at. Spot. Right? But I went to a South City college. South City High School. I went to El Camino, actually, so I think honestly the Bay really like has that diversity. Mm-hmm. Where you can really pick and choose like what elements that you want to fuck with. You have all of the options, and like if you like, you know, the acoustic singers, they got that. You want the rappers, they got that. You want metal, they got that. They got, you know, whatever you like are interested in, they really have it. And I feel like that diversity kind of like culminates itself in like a kind of like an acceptance or like a like show love to get love type of personality. As long as you're like showing respect and showing love, like you'll get it back. It's straight genuine. And like you fuck with them, they fuck with you. Whoever it might be, like, and it's tight. I fuck with that so heavy. Like it's not type of a lot of people I feel like are you know kind of standoffish or like want to like have their own, but I feel like the Bay always tries to put each other on. Exactly. I fuck with that energy so heavy.
Yeah, like you were saying, there's so many just different parts of the Bay where you can go into different parts of the Bay and it's literally a whole nother culture. Yeah, like it might not be like hella far in terms of distance or like a drive or whatever, but completely there's like different place. Just like it might as well be another state or it might as well be another country almost. Like I feel like the peninsula is not like East Bay. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like South that's Bay not like the North
like
Bay. The city.
And that's not like San Jose. Yeah.
Like there's just so many different places and so many different even like sounds are different depending on what type of the Bay you go, you know? Like it might be the same type of music, but it might be a different sound just because different experience, different environment, you know?
When everything's like super like dense, diverse and populated like that, it's like these different styles kind of like influence each other. Mm-hmm. But because they're all like in their own little like subgroups, like they can get a completely different sound from it. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, I feel that. And since we're on the topic of collaboration, this whole platform is about collaboration, right? You fell into a little bit of family, you know, pun intended. You with Frank Fair Artist Management Group, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Angelo.
Yeah, tell me about how important it is to collaborate with people that support you.
Dude, like that's everything. Straight up, like I was telling you this earlier, like on my project 11/11/11/11 stream now. I did the production, I did the mixing, I did the mastering, I did the cover art, right? This is because like accumulation of like years of trying to do it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's always held me back. Like I said, it took me 10 years to graduate college. This is my first release and it's an EP. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Like I feel like I held myself back so much from trying to do it all myself.
Yeah.
You know? But we here now. It is what it is. And I'm literally making the best music of my career thanks to like collaboration and asking for help. People don't ask for help. People always think you got to try to do everything yourself or like Russ Diamond is shit, you know, like not everybody is him.
I put out a song a week for 3 years, you know.
All
He's
by
like
myself.
the Gary V of independent music artists, you know. That's what he's doing, honestly. No, I respect
Rise and
it.
grind, baby, rise and grind.
But like,
Yeah.
it's a journey. Like, I understand. Like, it might not been. Everybody thinks it's overnight. Everybody thinks one day you wake up and you put a song out, or one day you wake up and like you work for a week and you put a tape out. Like, if somebody could put out quality music like that, all power to them. But
Yes,
honestly,
bro, give me that album, bro. I need that.
like, it's a journey, honestly, to your first tape to your second tape, or even like your first single. You know, some people take years and years just to put out one song, and won't put out another song
that's
for
literally
another.
me. Literally me. Like you just described. Like this first, I have 5 songs out now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, I have 5 songs out,
11,
and it's
11,
like shout out to 11, scream out.
Yeah.
Like if I was putting out like a song a month, or like even like a song a year from like when I graduated high school, like I would have like a whole discography that hasn't disappeared yet. That like those things will be on like Apple Music and Spotify and streaming platforms, YouTube, whatever. Like it's just up there, and you can constantly get people to go back. Like one of like the marketing tactics that I see a lot of people doing, and it's something I might try to pick up next year, is just dropping hella tapes. Like in this era, especially with like Larry June, Future, like I mean shit, even back when Lil Wayne and Lil B, you know what I mean? Like if you saturate the market so much, like you're gonna get your name out, and then people will be able to kind of follow you on the socials or follow you on the Apple Music or Spotify pages, and gets them to stream your old shit.
100%.
You know, it never ends. Like you like I heard this quote one time, and it really stuck with me. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is right the fuck now.
Right the fuck, tell him.
Right the fuck now. So it's like, because that as soon as you plant it, it starts to grow. Like as soon as I drop this mixtape, it's like it's gonna start to grow, and then I have my foot in the door, and I can like move forward. You mean?
Yeah. And I had this conversation with Danny Ali, like I want to say like 2018, maybe late 2018, early 2019. So now that feels like a decade ago. Honestly, it was only a few years ago, but we were talking about it, and he's a perfectionist, so he always thinks like his last body of work is his worst body of work ever, right? And I'm always like, nah, this is good. But the reason why it's actually really good is because if you keep dropping like this, and you actually pick up traction, you get that. It only takes one, right? It really only takes one, and then people go back and they listen to all this. They turn into classics.
Yo, there's a conversation I was having with one of my friends. It's like, so you don't remember Lil Wayne went through that like little like couple. He had a couple like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, we don't like to talk about it, but they were there.
He was putting out project after project after project after project after project, and he kept on doing it and kept on doing it. And what I'm saying is like, you don't have to worry about the misses. If people aren't gonna fuck with it, they're not gonna fuck with it. Regardless, they're probably not gonna judge you based on that one thing because you got other shit.
Oh yeah.
But if people are not gonna fuck with it, they're not gonna fuck with it. Just wait until you give them something to fuck with.
Then all of a sudden,
there's like I feel like people think like failure is just like it. Like you took an L, that's it. Now there's no redemption. There's no lessons to be learned. There's no like you took an L, and like I mean I can speak from experience. Like I was scared to try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, and when do you convince yourself when it's go time?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, like bring it back to the family, the fam, and asking for help and bring back the question. It's like, that's kind of when I took it serious. Like James saw something in me, and Angelo saw something in me. These are like friends I had from high school. There was we was always fucking around with like the open mics, the YouTube covers, and all that shit, right? You know, I hung around with a lot of guitars and singer songwriters, right? And I was like how many years? 5, 10 years later, like we connected back up. He's doing things, I'm doing things, and it's really like you were saying too. It's like once you put it, like once you get a foot in the door, once you plant the seed, like that's there. Like I had this relationship, a music relationship from like years back, and then it culminated itself into a new project because they believed in me and they were able to connect some of the pieces that I wasn't able to connect for myself.
Friends turn fam. Friends turn fam.
Shout out to the fam. One time.
Shout out to the fam. What do you think the hardest part about being an artist in your stage career right now is?
Like in this era, or like
personally, more personally, like
okay.
You're talking about getting your foot in the door, and you're talking about 10 years of culmination into leading up to this project. What is?
I feel like I'm past the hard part.
Hey, talk about it.
Honestly,
let me know.
Just convincing myself that I should take the chance, or that like if you spend a month on a couple songs, like you after that you can kind of like continue the steps. I think I tried to always like big picture it and like, okay, I need this goal, and I'm here. And then I would always get overwhelmed because I got this big ass goal, and I'm like, but it's really just one day at a time, one step at a time. And so I feel like it was just convincing myself that I need to get started. And now I'm just like creating these ideas, like I'm gonna have this project, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then actually trying to execute. Convincing myself to execute. And I think maybe the consistency. I'm still at the beginning. I don't know how hard the consistency is going to be. Like I say that now. Like I just dropped one project.
I'm fresh. I'm ready. I got another one coming out in 6 months.
I haven't hit that writer's block yet. Yeah.
6 months comes, you're like, damn.
Oh, like I was saying before though, about saturating the game and like trying to drop hella projects. I think I'm gonna try to drop like 3 or 4. So what I did with this last one. This 11 EP stream now. Nah, but so with this one, what I did was I had like hella beats in the vault, right? So I was making these beats already. Like most days I like try to make like 10 minutes, take some time, make an idea or fix some idea that I already had, right? When I met James and them, like we were talking about having a ground floor. You know what I mean? I need a project out. I need to plant the seed to be able to grow, right? If I have features, if I have like production credits or blah blah blah, they need to link me to back to me. And if I don't have anything out, then like they're not gonna follow me. They're not gonna. Nobody's gonna care. There's like, oh, this random person made this beat. That's tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ends there.
Yeah. So it's like once we decided that I need a ground floor, it was kind of like, all right, what can I put out? So I went back in the vault. I kind of like found 3 finished beats that I wanted to kind of like expand on and make like 3 singles, and then just put out an EP for that. And then then it just became like the idea process and how I'm gonna like wrap everything up, and it became like I'm gonna put 3 singles and then I have an intro and an outro that tie it all together with a theme.
Wrapped it up real nice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So and then so it was kind of just like picking the vibes that I already like had, and then I kind of DJ Khaled my shit. Like I'm gonna get this verse, that verse, that verse. You know what I mean? So it's like. Man, I forgot what the original question was.
I was asking what you thought the hardest part was, but it didn't. The way you're explaining it doesn't seem hard yet. So we might have to come back to that one a year or so.
The hard part.
Like a year.
Getting the sales, bro. Getting the streams, getting the sales.
Yeah.
The marketing, bro.
The promotion be beating everybody up.
I was talking about doing it all by myself. Like the marketing part, that's hard.
That's on the daily. That's the brand. Dude. For
I forgot
that's a great project. Yeah, you ain't never gonna get today back. That one person that could have saw your post from somebody else reposting it. Hey, you always got tomorrow. That's the best.
Hey, that's exactly right. That's what I was about to say, bro. Like even if you fuck up today, you got tomorrow. Yep. That's a hard lesson to learn, but you got like you. The best time to plant a tree was yesterday, but we won't plant it tomorrow.
The best time to tweet, the best time to put a post out was yesterday. Next best time, right now.
Here, let me tweet this album real quick.
Yeah. All right, so you said you had these ideas sitting in a vault, right? And you said you had 3 singles, you had an intro, you had an outro, and you basically wrapped it up real nice, called it a project, and named this project 11, 11, 11, 11. Tell us a little about
it. Stream that.
Stream it. Where did it come from? And why 11, 11, 11, 11?
All right, so my 11, it means like, like I'm one of one. No, I'm just kidding. Right now. That was my basketball number. No, literally though, like the whole Chazer11, the whole Chazer11, bro. That's just my That's just my Twitter @
Okay.
Ball. When I was in high school, bro, ball was life.
Ball was life. Okay.
Basketball was my personality. I had the 11 number. Like that was just my Twitter @ My last name, my number. But honestly though, like if you think about like Bay Area artists, we got E40, we got Guap Dad 4000.
Yeah, we got numbers.
Got Stunnerman 02.
Hey, big step.
Hey, no cap though. Like Stunnerman, like literally put me on with like so many people. Like straight up, like I did mixing and mastering for him like 8 years ago.
Oh wow!
With the whole Bajek fam, and like he still shows love, and it's like he's like one of the realest people out the Bay. Like that's why everybody like fucks with him so heavy, is because he just shows love. I mean that brings back what I was talking about. You show love, you get love. Show respect, you get respect. Like
genuine.
He's one of those guys, bro. He really is. Like I'm so excited for what he got.
Yeah,
what he got down the thing. Yeah, so shout out that man. But like I got the Chazer11. So 11 was always like my Twitter @ I would just be like, wilding on Twitter or wilding on whatever, getting my little likes or my dopamine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then when it came down to choosing a name, I felt like I'd already got the 11 established, so might as well try to brand it. I started making beats when I was 11.
Okay.
Oh, that's an actually interesting story. So when I was like young, like little, right? My dad would have this game where we would whenever we drove, like he would play songs, and then we would like he would ask everybody like, what instruments do you hear? Like what sounds do you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear the drums, Dad. I hear the guitars. I hear the singers. You know what I mean? And then like as we kept on playing that game, like as I got older, he got a Mac, and that came with GarageBand, right? Nice. So what he did was he was like, "Hey Jeff, hey, remember that game we used to play, right? I can isolate these sounds, right?" And I was like, "Oh, that's just cool shit, bro." He just brought the whole studio like all to the left, like it was like the old eMac too, like. But to me, it was just like mind blowing. All of this stuff was just like in my kitchen, you know what I mean, or in my room, my computer room.
Yeah. And
so I started fucking around with it, and that's just kind of like one thing led to another, and look at me now.
Hey, you got the 11s on deck.
So I'm sorry, bring it all the way back. But when me, James, and Angelo, like the whole fam, my management, they were like, we need to set a ground floor. Like we need to put something out so people, when you put other things out, people can go back to your page and be like, oh, that's his sound. That's him, right? So it was coming up, and I was like, all right, I gotta make this project. I gotta put things. What's it gonna be called? What is it like when I'm gonna put it out, right? And I was like, November's coming up, and I already had the 11 established. I was like, 11, 11, 11, 11. That's already a thing. And that led to like, okay, if 11, 11, 11, 11 is the thing I'm trying to do, what does that mean? People be making wishes. People be like making their dreams, and like, so that became like the whole arc of the entire project. It's like wishes, dreams, like how far are you willing to go? Why are you wishing for the things that you're wishing for, and how hard are you willing to go for them? You mean, like, so that whole concept kind of just came from like, I gotta put something out by November.
And it worked.
I mean, and it worked.
It became a whole thing. You know, just started stacking ideas together.
Yeah, I think so. Bring that back all the way from the beginning of the conversation. It's like execution. You know what I mean? Like, I was always like planning all these like big ass like ideas, but they were just like big ass ideas unless you take the steps to execute them.
Yeah.
So once I set a due date, once I set a time like this, I have to put this out by this. It gave me like a structure to kind of like, okay, I gotta make this many songs. I gotta do this many things. I gotta get this many verses. I gotta. So
tangible goals.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think I was always setting myself too big of goals instead of like really step by step getting things done. So like once I set that due date, I was like, all right, what do I have to do? Got these beats. All right, now so I got these beats. What do? I need verses. So I was like, all right, I know you would sound great on this. I know you would sound great on this. I know you would sound great on that. And then I kind of just started compiling like the verses. I was giving people like, this is what I want this song to be about. And this is how it's going to fit into the overarching narrative that the EP is trying to tell. And I was just they wrote all their verses. Maybe I had like 1 or 2 bars in there just to kind of like have consistency or like give the project the theme or whatever. But like everybody really wrote their own shit based on like something that I like a spark that I lit. I mean, like I was like, oh, this is this. They got inspired. They took it to a whole different planet. And that shit's so good, bro. Like I literally be listening to to that tape, and I'm like, I don't even believe that like I made that shit because it's like it's just on some next level shit that I wasn't even prepared for.
You're like, yo, this me? Like that
I got it back. I was like,
video.
Oh shit, it slapped. I was like, oh.
Little black kid in the video. Like, who's that? It's you. That's me.
Oh shit, bro.
It's the same thing.
But real talk, like those songs, like the melodies, like I work with some talented ass artists, and I'm really blessed to be able to like have as many. And I mean, it goes back to the show love to get love. Like, like a lot of the people like based off the strength of like I mixed and mastered some shit from them in the back or in like back in the day, or like even like based on like mutuals. Like I know him, I know them, and then like. Oh, you fuck with them? Oh, I fuck with you.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it's like real talk though. Like, it's just super exciting. Super exciting.
It's all the combination of everything happening at once, and it's just like you love it when a plan comes together, right? And ideas just get to executing and everything. And you gotta be proud of it. You really gotta be proud of it because you gotta be the first. You gotta be your first fan. Before anybody starts liking you, you gotta be your first fan, you know. And you got your girl, your mom, everybody. Yeah,
it shows too. Like people know if you're not like confident. I mean, for years, like I'll bring up the past again and again. It's like because like I was never happy with the results that I was getting, and at a point I became like I was almost embarrassed to show people my beats, or I was embarrassed to like kind of like take credit for the shit that I was doing. Yeah. Because like, you know, like I show somebody, they be like, "That sounds good," but what if you? And I'm like,
No.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Hold on. Good. Cut it out good.
And but real talk though, all of that kind of like just built. You got to turn those L's into lessons, or else like you're like if you stop at a failure, then you're a failure. Like. If you take that failure, try to flip it and learn a lesson, try to do better next time, like you did not fail, then you're just like setting up for the next part of success.
You're just getting ready for the next blessing.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Gotta turn them L's into lessons.
Yeah.
And them lessons into blessings.
Spit that.
I'm keeping it at that.
That's what we calling it. But I like it. I love it. I just want to thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, man.
So I'm gonna let you get your shameless plug off. I don't think we did any other shameless plugs during the whole interview, so I'm gonna let you take a couple minutes, tell the people the 11s, line them out, put them across the board, show them what's up.
You see that shit right there?
Oh, I see it. They see it.
You gotta get up. Look, bro, I'm on the last song, bro.
I've been having my own shit on repeat.
So good. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, follow me, Chazer11 at Twitter, Instagram, all that. Yeah, I'll like message me. I'll message you back if you're trying to collab. I'll try to collab. Like whatever anybody's trying to do. Like, but go stream my shit. Buy my merch when I come out with it.
Hey, merch soon. Yep.
All that, bro. I appreciate the support. No, 100%. Like I'm blessed to even be doing this. I'm privileged to even be like in a position where I can do this and I don't have to like, you know what I mean? Like struggle too hard or like have hours I'm able to give to something I love, because I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people have like, you know, their jobs, their kids, their this, that, and third that they have to like deal with before they even like can even like focus on what they want. They have to focus on like, so I'm blessed to be in this position, and I just want to show love, get love, and you know, bring people together.
Yep, keep it real genuine. Well, sure. You heard the man. Go follow him. Go stream the 11s. They out on everywhere. Go follow him on socials. He's out. You know, it's Chazer. You got the 11s. So this is going to be the end of this episode. I'd like to thank everybody who's listening everywhere, wherever you're listening, on a podcast platform, or even on YouTube, or even if you found us on an Instagram click today. We appreciate you. Remember to drink water, and if you got your mom still in your life, show her you love her. That's out. Peace.